Few fruits capture the senses quite like Maracuya, known in English as passion fruit. Its tart, tropical aroma, and vibrant flavor have made it a beloved ingredient across Latin American, Asian, African, and Pacific kitchens, where it appears in everything from fresh juices and cocktails to desserts, sauces, and even savory dishes. Bite into its wrinkled, leathery shell, and you'll find a jelly-like pulp bursting with crunchy seeds, a combination that's as much about texture as it is about taste. But Maracuyá is far more than a pretty fruit with a punchy flavor. It carries centuries of cultural history, a fascinating botanical story, and a nutritional profile that has earned it a reputation as a genuine superfruit in many circles. Over the course of this article, we'll take a deep dive into where Maracuyá comes from and how it got its name, its journey through history and its place in different cultures around the world, the many varieties of passion, fruit, and how they differ, its impressive nutritional and health-supporting properties, how it's grown, harvested, and brought to market, the countless culinary uses that have made it a global favorite, practical tips for selecting, storing, and preparing it at home. By the end, you'll understand why this small, unassuming fruit has captured the passion, pun intended, of cooks, farmers, and health enthusiasts alike. Maracuyá is the fruit of the Passiflora edulis vine, a member of the passion flower family, Passifloraceae, which includes over 500 species of climbing plants. The fruit itself is round to oval, typically 4 to 7 centimeters in diameter, with a hard outer rind that ranges from deep purple to bright yellow, depending on the variety. Inside, it holds a soft, aromatic pulp, studded with small black or brown seeds, all suspended in a golden, gelatinous juice. The name passion fruit doesn't refer to romance or passion in the everyday sense. It comes from passiflora, or passion flower, a name Spanish missionaries gave the plant in the 16th and 17th centuries. They saw in its intricate, radiating flower structure a symbolic representation of the Passion of Christ. The corona filaments resembled the crown of thorns, the 5 stamens, the 5 wounds, and the 3 stigmas, the nails of the crucifixion. Maracuyá, the name used throughout much of Latin America, is believed to derive from the Tupi-Guarani indigenous languages of South America, where Maracuya roughly translates to food prepared in a gourd, a nod to the fruit's natural cup-like shell. Long before European contact, Maracuyá grew wild in the tropical and subtropical regions of South America, most likely originating in the area spanning southern Brazil, Paraguay, and northern Argentina. Indigenous communities across the Amazon basin harvested wild passion fruit varieties for food and medicine, using the pulp, leaves, and flowers in traditional remedies for anxiety, insomnia, and digestive troubles. Uses that remarkably align with what modern science has since discovered about compounds found in the plant. When Spanish and Portuguese explorers and missionaries arrived in South America in the 1500s and 1600s, they were struck by the extraordinary structure of the passion flower. Jesuit missionaries in particular used the flower as a teaching tool, mapping its parts onto the story of Christ's crucifixion to help communicate Christian symbolism to indigenous populations. This religious framing is how the plant earned its Latin genus name, Passiflora, and its common English name, passion fruit, even though the fruit itself has no connection to romantic passion. From its South American homeland, passion fruit spread along colonial trade routes to other tropical regions of the world. By the 19th century, it had been introduced to Australia, where it became especially popular in Queensland and New South Wales, Hawaii, where it took on the name lilikoi and became deeply woven into local food culture, India and Sri Lanka, where it thrived in cooler highland climates, East Africa, particularly Kenya and Uganda, which today are among the world's largest exporters. Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, which has become a major modern producer, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru remain among the largest producers today, with Brazil alone responsible for a significant share of global output. In these countries, Maracuyá isn't a niche specialty fruit. It's a household staple as central to daily life as citrus is in Mediterranean countries. Maracuyá's cultural footprint varies fascinatingly by region. In Brazil, maracuyá, as it's spelled there, is one of the most popular fruit flavors nationwide, found in juices, mousses, cheesecakes, and even a beloved caipirinha variation. It's also associated with calm and relaxation. Extracts from the fruit and its leaves are widely used in Brazilian folk medicine and are sold commercially as natural sedatives and anti-anxiety aids. In Colombia and Ecuador, maracuyá juice is a breakfast staple, often served alongside arepas or blended into refreshing batidos, fruit shakes. It's also a key flavoring in traditional sauces and glazes for meats. In Hawaii, lilikoi holds a nostalgic, almost sacred place in local food culture. Lilikoi butter, a curd-like spread, is a beloved condiment found in bakeries and farmers markets throughout the islands, and the fruit appears in everything from shave ice syrup to malasadas. In Australia, passion fruit pulp is a classic topping for pavlova, the national dessert, and passion fruit flavoring appears in soft drinks, yogurts, and baked goods. In parts of Africa and Southeast Asia, passion fruit has become an important smallholder cash crop, providing income for farming families and driving significant agricultural export economies, particularly in Kenya, Uganda, and Vietnam. Smaller and darker, with deep purple to almost black skin when ripe. This variety tends to have a sweeter, less acidic flavor and is favored for eating fresh or juicing without added sugar. It thrives in cooler, higher altitude tropical climates. Larger, with bright yellow skin and generally more acidic and tart. This variety is more vigorous and heat tolerant, making it the dominant commercial variety in places like Brazil, Colombia, and Hawaii. Its bold, tangy flavor makes it especially popular for concentrates, juices, and flavoring in processed foods. A much larger fruit, often used more like a vegetable in some regions. Sweet granadilla, Passiflora ligularis, has a harder orange shell and a milder, sweeter pulp. Elongated and yellow, popular in the Andes, but considered an invasive species in some parts of the world, including New Zealand and Hawaii, Maracuyá. Isn't just delicious, it's genuinely nutrient dense. A typical serving of passion fruit pulp is low in calories but rich in fiber, vitamins, and beneficial plant compounds. Passion fruit is an excellent source of vitamin C, supporting immune function and collagen production. Particularly high in the yellow variety, supporting eye health and immune defenses. The seeds are especially rich in fiber, aiding digestion and promoting feelings of fullness. Supports healthy blood pressure and proper muscle and nerve function. Present in smaller but meaningful amounts, contributing to energy metabolism and bone health, including flavonoids and carotenoids that help combat oxidative stress in the body. The high fiber content, largely concentrated in the seeds, supports regular digestion and a healthy gut microbiome. The fruit's substantial vitamin C content helps the body fend off infections and supports overall immune resilience. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, while the fruit's fiber and antioxidant content may support healthy cholesterol levels. Passion fruit, particularly its leaves and rind extracts, has long been used in traditional medicine as a mild sedative. Modern research has identified compounds like Harmon alkaloids and certain flavonoids in Passiflora species that appear to have calming, anti-anxiety properties, lending scientific credibility to centuries-old folk remedies. Some studies suggest that passion fruit peel extract may help improve insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar spikes. an area of ongoing research interest. Skin health. The combination of vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants supports collagen production and may help protect skin from oxidative damage. As with any food, passion fruit should be enjoyed as part of a varied, balanced diet, and anyone with specific health concerns should consult a healthcare provider before using it medicinally. Passion fruit vines are fast-growing, woody, climbing plants that can produce fruit within a year of planting, remarkably quick for a perennial crop. They thrive in tropical and subtropical climates with well-drained soil, consistent moisture, and full sun, typically requiring a trellis or support structure to climb. Vines produce their striking, intricate flowers before setting fruit, and pollination is often carried out by carpenter bees, whose size and strength are well suited to the flower structure. In regions without native pollinators, some growers resort to hand pollination to ensure good fruit set. Ripe fruit is usually harvested when it falls naturally from the vine or develops the characteristic wrinkled skin that signals peak ripeness. Because the fruit continues to ripen and the skin continues to wrinkle after harvesting, much of the passion fruit sold internationally is picked slightly underripe to survive transport, then allowed to finish ripening before reaching consumers. Maracuyá's intensely aromatic, tangy sweet flavor makes it one of the most versatile tropical fruits in the kitchen. Beverages: fresh juice, smoothies, cocktails. Passion fruit caipirinhas and margaritas are especially popular, and flavored sodas. Desserts: mousses, cheesecakes, tarts, sorbets, ice creams, and the famous lilikoi butter of Hawaii. Sauces and glazes. The tartness of passion fruit makes it an excellent counterpoint to rich meats like duck, pork, and fish, often reduced into glazes or vinaigrettes. Toppings and garnishes. Spoon directly over yogurt, pancakes, waffles, and pavlova for a burst of tart flavor and visual appeal. Preserves, jams, curds, and syrups that capture the fruit's flavor for year-round use. The seeds themselves are entirely edible and add a pleasant crunch, though some recipes call for straining them out to achieve a smoother texture, a matter of personal preference rather than necessity. Choosing ripe fruit. Look for fruit that feels heavy for its size, with skin that's slightly wrinkled rather than smooth and taut. Wrinkling indicates ripeness and peak sweetness, not spoilage. Storing. Ripe passion fruit can be kept at room temperature for a few days or refrigerated for 1 to 2 weeks. The pulp and seeds can also be frozen for several months, making it easy to enjoy the fruit's flavor year-round. Preparing. Simply slice the fruit in half and scoop out the pulp and seeds with a spoon. For juice or puree, blend the pulp briefly and strain through a fine sieve to separate the juice from the seeds. From its origins in the wild landscapes of South America to its symbolic adoption by European missionaries, and from its status as a breakfast staple in Colombia to a beloved dessert flavor in Australia, Maracuya has woven itself into food cultures across the globe. It's a fruit that tells a story of exploration, faith, agriculture, and flavor all at once, and one that continues to earn its place on tables worldwide thanks to its vibrant taste and genuine nutritional value. Whether you're squeezing fresh juice for breakfast, folding pulp into a mousse, or simply spooning it straight from the shell, Maracuyá offers a small but unforgettable taste of the tropics, one seed-studded bite at a time. If longevity is your goal, you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and pass this along to someone who wants to add years to their life and life to their years. Got a healthy aging tip? We'd love to hear it in the comments.